Hello, we're back at the land of 10,000 takes. We're live from the 325, but not really because it's a podcast. That joke's kind of getting old, huh? We're kind of playing that one out.
It still gets my wiener wet, so let's...
It's hilarious, actually.
Let's roll with it.
So today we got a
really great show.
We do. We got Spence in studio. We got Tony Brunelle in studio. They're here to discuss a little bit of our topic about the famous people that you like or dislike against popular opinion. And we got... What else we got today?
Well, we got Spence. Spence and I saw Gone Girl last weekend, and we're here to talk about it, whether we liked it or not, in a segment called Ticket or Skip It. If Spence likes it, it's a ticket. If Spence dislikes it, you skip it. That simple, folks. Not that hard.
One movie a week. This is going to be a recurring segment.
Yes.
Spence will be on the show multiple times, so get used to him, people.
Yeah. You better have nice things to say, or we'll slap your faces off of your face.
Yeah.
So
without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah. Enjoy the show. McConaughey here, and it's time for Ticket or Skip It. Well, all right. We'd like to thank Matthew McConaughey for the intro. His time was very expensive, but it was well worth it. It is indeed time for Ticket or Skip It. And we're here with Spencer Robinson. Spence, how we doing today?
Good. How you fellas doing?
We're doing well, Spence. Another day, another dollar. We got to keep working hard, plugging away at the college life. But we're doing a great job at it.
I feel really well endowed today, so I can't complain.
I'm not feeling the same.
Oh, Spence,
It's a bummer.
Just be confident. This segment's gonna go great. I know
Confidence
it.
kills. I know.
Confidence kills. All right.
Hey, positive minds live positive lives.
Did Nick kill his wife? That's a question to ask. That's a subject.
That's a really good question to ask.
That's what Gone Girl asks.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, about the disappearance of Amazing.
Until you go see it.
Yeah.
Until you go see it.
Amazing Amy. Where did she go? Is she dead? What happened to her?
We don't know.
As the mystery unravels in David Fincher's latest film, which Spence and I both saw. Spence, what's the verdict on Gone Girl?
Gone Girl is the most fucked up fun that you are going to have at the theaters this year, so it's a no doubt, no brainer. It's a ticket.
So why exactly is it a ticket?
Well, for one, Rosamund Pike absolutely nails it. Okay, the actress that plays Amy, she's literally amazing as Amazing Amy. I mean, her character is unbelievably twisted. I mean, you're gonna hate her, but you're gonna love the performance.
She plays the cold withholding part like so well. She's launched her way onto the A-list.
Yeah, by now.
Definitely, for sure.
She definitely did it.
Like, she'll be like Amy Adams and Jessica Chastain, probably always up for Oscars. This movie will be a huge contender, by the way. And
it's weird. You rarely see films, thriller films that are about marriage, and that's what's so special about this movie. I think is that they actually turn something very such everyday as marriage, and they turn it into a thriller.
Yeah, both characters are the lead characters are just so flawed, and it's tremendous the way that
she's gonna get an Oscar nom. In my book, absolutely.
And if she doesn't, yeah, I'd have to agree.
It will be a crying shame if she doesn't get one.
Yeah, so and maybe one for Ben Affleck too. I really liked Ben Affleck in that.
I would not be surprised if he does.
He was good. He was very good. And Emily Ratajkowski from Blurred Lines.
My favorite actor, Ben Affleck. I haven't seen it, but
Jake tugs it to him every night.
That's absolutely correct, and I'm expecting big things from him.
Well,
no pun intended.
No pun. Actually, Spence, we missed this. I have to talk about it. I was going to ask you. I guess they show Affleck's donger in that movie.
Did you
see his donger?
Yeah, it's in the shower scene at the end.
I didn't see his donger. I just thought he was.
Were you not watching?
I knew he was naked. Yeah, they show his donger, but yeah.
So apparently Dylan is implying that it's pretty small. So
I guess
I was not implying that I was talking about big things. Dylan is confirmed.
Well, Jennifer Garner seems to like what he's got. I don't know, but well, we'd like to thank Spence for coming in and giving his take on Gone Girl. I'd have to agree with him. This is sort of an obvious one. Do not go see Annabelle, people.
This is a very obvious one. We'll pick harder. We'll have harder choices on next time.
Go see Gone Girl. Do not see a movie about a killer doll. For the love of God, please don't. And while we're at it, for those of you Netflix streamers, I just have a quick list of movies that you should watch on Netflix. Stuck in Love. It's a rom-com, but it's pretty good. It's got Greg Kinnear and Jennifer Connelly. It's like an indie rom-com, but so it's a little bit more substantial.
Dylan loves rom-coms. For some reason, they just lure him in, and he can't get enough of them.
Well,
he's all about happy endings, people.
Not always, but I like a good rom-com. And then we got Bernie with Jack Black, and then our friend Matthew McConaughey's in that too. It's a real-life story. The way it's directed is very interesting. It's like a documentary / it's like a murder mystery. Director of Boyhood directed that, Richard Linklater.
I can't wait to see that movie.
Kids Are All Right, which was Oscar nom from a couple of years ago.
Great movie. You're going to want to see that.
A couple about surrogate, guy donates his sperm and then his kids want to meet him 18 years later. Very interesting. Short Term 12, emotional movie with upcomer Brie Larson. It's emotional, but it's very uplifting and very good. Dustin Hoffman's first movie, The Graduate, back from '67. It's great.
Classic.
Great soundtrack as well. Annie Hall, the quirky girl that you see in all these sad rom-coms, started from Annie Hall. And then Woody Allen is neurotic in that. Pulp Fiction, classic, goes without saying. You've probably heard of it, but you should watch it if you haven't. Same goes for Fargo, which is also on this list. I know all we do is make lists of this podcast, it seems like. Number 9, City of God, foreign film, but don't worry, it has subtitles. It takes place in Brazil. Very good, very good. And then the Oscar winner from a couple years ago, King's Speech. These are all movies you should watch. Take notes, people. Take notes.
I would listen to Dylan's advice. He knows his movies.
Yes, I know my movies. Come to me with any questions you have, and I will recommend you something sexy. Anyway, thank you. Thanks to Spence for all his help.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
All right, friends, we got our first panel guest appearances. We got Tony Brunelle.
Hello.
And Spencer Robinson in the house.
Doing?
They're both here to debate with us about our current topic, which is the topic about, is there a person in Hollywood or sports that you like or dislike against popular opinion? And the first person we're going to discuss is Anna Kendrick. I hate her.
I love her. She's such a darling.
I think she's all right. I mean, she's not bad. I don't know.
She's just a frickin' mouse, and everyone thinks that she's the best person in Hollywood.
But I mean, she's talented, though. Like, she has that cup thing.
The cups suck.
Her voice is sexy. I'm going to put it that way.
Her voice is all right.
I mean, she's cute. She's funny. I have, like, every role, like, in Up in the Air, I know Jake hated her in that. She was Oscar nominated, which I guess doesn't really prove anything, but she was good in that. She's good in 50-50. She's just a sweetheart in 50-50. She's a little neurotic. She misses her ex-boyfriend. I just want to give her a hug.
Yeah, you would, because she's just a little mouse, and that's all she is. That's all she'd ever be good for. She can't sing. She might have a decent voice. Her song sucks. Cups suck. It shouldn't have been on the radio.
Okay, hold on. But with the cup thing, like, you honestly watched the cup thing in Pitch Perfect, and you didn't get, like, a tiny, like, kind of like talent boner.
I didn't watch Pitch Perfect.
Oh, well.
I won't.
This is why your argument is sort of invalid.
No, I won't watch Pitch Perfect.
Jake's one-sided on this. He hasn't seen both.
Yeah, I mean, you need to see Pitch Perfect. I mean, that's the reason why I'm saying she's all right. Because, I mean, I don't like her in general, but, like, since I saw Pitch Perfect, like, I was like, that's
You
all
could
right.
watch her.
Well, why would you watch Pitch Perfect?
You could watch her.
It was a
good movie.
Because I got forced to.
It is a good movie.
You got forced to. There we
But
go. That's the reason. I'm not going to get forced.
I got forced to watch The Goonies, but I love The Goonies.
It's enjoyable. The scene between her and Brittany Snow in the shower scene where they sing Bulletproof.
Oh, man.
It's great. The two of them together.
They get weird together in the
Yeah.
show.
They get
Well,
the uncut version of Pitch
do
Perfect.
you guys watch Glee?
No,
The answer
I
is
have.
no.
That's what it is, Dylan. I
that's
know
not.
you do.
No,
No,
because
it's
it's more than
funnier.
that. It sort of makes fun of it almost, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But then it's High School Musical. Or
No,
no.
It goes back to the old saying: you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And I have done that before, but
Everyone
for Pitch,
does it.
yeah, for Pitch Perfect, it's different.
I mean,
Just give it a chance.
you need to
Not
give it a
gonna do
chance
it.
before you can
Not gonna
solidify
do it.
a star.
Don't
have-
knock it till you try it.
I have access to it, and
Easy access.
I have
to it.
access to it. So
The
you
unrated
can,
version
you
of
can
it?
watch, and I just think it goes to saying maybe Jake, you can flip the script on this. In a BuzzFeed poll, they said in an F, Marry, Kill F. I don't swear, I'm classy, and she was grouped with Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Watson, and
And not Emma Watson.
No.
she was grouped with the three of them.
You have
You
like
just
two.
really have no chance.
And if
you have two regular ponies
Yeah.
and then a show pony in
yeah,
that category. Like that's
she
not.
well Jennifer Lawrence, she's highly touted. Although in the kill ratio, Anna Kendrick was voted 70%.
But that's not a knock against her. Look,
Yeah.
when she's she's in that class together.
When she's
I
grouped-
also want to disclaim that I don't consider women to be ponies. They're people.
they're ponies. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Classy mom.
How about
they're just objects.
let's talk a controversial music artist, Iggy
I
Azalea.
fucking hate Isaiah. Are we supposed to swear in here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
we
Blurt
didn't.
it out.
We told the audience we'd bleep you out last time, but we didn't.
We were too
Yeah.
lazy, but I figured out how now. So
Okay, well maybe you can.
Tony's got the floor.
Extra feet. I don't like Iggy Azalea. I don't think she has talent. I think she's got a big ass. I think she's a Nicki Minaj carbon copy, and I just think that there's a lot more people who have more talent that deserve fame more than she does in her Australian trifling ass.
I think she does have talent because
T.I.
mainly because
Oh, but
she is T.I.'s product and brainchild, and
but
not
see,
to
I
give
mean,
all the credit to T.I., but
T.I.'s
I
not even
like
that
to.
good though.
oh, shut up.
I
Tony.
mean, I mean, in the ways of talent, like yeah, T.I. went to prison, so he's got that little thing he likes to pull out of his back pocket every 5
Lots
seconds.
of rappers went to prison. I think
Well, yeah,
T.I.
but I mean,
think
not
T.I.'s
every
got some
rapper
talent.
says, "Oh, I went to prison, so I'm credible." Like that's not fair.
He's a
Yeah,
gangster.
but he doesn't.
What?
He-
yeah, he does.
No,
He plays that
T.I.
card.
goes,
He does
I
play
went
that
to
card.
prison, and
No.
now this is what I learned.
This
No.
is what I learned from prison
No,
because
no.
I went to the.
it's more
the
about
prison.
he was a drug dealer and he made it from the bottom.
So were a
and-
lot of drug dealers. Biggie was a drug dealer, and he was a way better rapper than T.I.
50 Cent was a rapper. I mean, a drug dealer.
And he got shot.
But T.I.
And
9 times.
But T.I.
Nine
still
times.
T.I. still going
Relevant.
as
50
where
Cent.
50 Cent is just sort
Nah.
of downhill.
I'm not saying T.I.'s better than Biggie Smalls. Of course, I like him better,
Yes.
but there is no argument to be made that he is a better rapper than Biggie Smalls because,
Yeah.
truthfully, I don't know enough about Biggie Smalls to even get into that topic.
Well, you should know more. But I'm just to bring this back, though. I think that Iggy Azalea is like a talentless hag. Like I really do. Like every time when I heard "Fancy" for the first time, I was like, how in the hell is
How
this
is this
on the radio?
Yeah,
Right, I mean,
I'm not
this
a big
is
fan
ridiculous.
of her. I'm not a big fan of her radio hits, but I do think she's got
flow.
She's got flow and
No
she's
knock,
got
but-
rapping ability that a lot of these women rappers or rappers in general don't have nearly enough of. And she can spit. I know her lyrics might not be that cool or great, but she has the flow to back it up.
I think this also brings in, also bringing up the argument of the fact that, like, the rap industry is a lot like the country industry in these days, where, like, a lot of the songs that come out are, like,
The same.
yeah, they're carbon copies. I
Very
hate to keep using that,
generalized.
but it really is. I mean, they keep coming out. I got money, I got whatever, I got a big ass.
got bitches.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
Oh,
it
sorry,
just,
they got hoes.
yeah, hoes and bitches and men, apparently, that want to screw Nicki Minaj. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't care for her. I think that she's talentless, and I don't think she deserves to be famous.
Dylan, any comments on that? You've
Well,
kept quiet.
Well, first things first, I'm the realist. So
Yeah, there we go. There
you
we
can
go.
you can see Iggy Azalea, I believe, this weekend.
You're so
at-
fancy.
Yeah, at the homecoming. I don't know. I haven't. I guess I'd have to give Iggy Azalea a fair shot.
Dylan doesn't really like rap, so I shouldn't
Not
have
too
even
much.
brought him up.
But yeah.
He likes hipster music that
Really,
sucks.
really melancholy.
Ask him about Dead Man's Bones. And
Oh, Dead Man's Bones is great.
Okay, let's not get
great
started.
music.
All right,
I do think that T.I. is sort of right. I watched him at a Tonight Show interview. It says that she gets kind of dogged on because she's white, and then maybe she's called trashy a little bit. But
That's called racism, people.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
racism's not cool.
yeah, it's not cool. But
Tony.
I'm not being racist.
Reverse discrimination.
But yeah, I think he's got a point there. But yeah, I haven't gone out of my way to listen to her music. Really, I've heard Fancy and I've heard not 99 Problems. That's Jay-Z.
Yeah,
That's
Widow.
Hove.
Black
That's
Widow.
Hove.
Black Widow or whatever.
I haven't heard it.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Or Work. Like, Work's not even a good song.
No.
Like, and that's another thing, too, is I listen to Work, and she gives a little bit of her background on how she, like, moved to Miami and, like, worked really hard to become, like, a really great... I sound like, what's his face from Camp Lincoln? It's just fun to tell you. No, but she sings a song about how she comes to Miami. She like works really hard to get it. Is it just me, or did she come to Miami and someone was like, "That's a big ass. You should be on a record." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not a lot of people come to the United States and fail to become successful musicians. You know, that's not her work. She just has a big ass.
Yeah.
Well, I can attest to the fact that I've listened to her for probably 3 years now. Not extensively, but I have heard a lot of her music just through T.I. and B.O.B. really like her because I'm real big fans of them.
And they're real big fans of big asses.
They're real big fans of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and our podcast.
That's a bold statement.
So I've heard a lot of her on Hustle Gang albums and records, and she can rap, and she's kind of the poster child right now for women rappers outside of Nicki Minaj. And for a while, she's been doing her thing.
Can you even name another one?
Yeah, it's the thing though.
There's not. Yeah, again, she's the poster child. I don't get too deep into women rappers. I'm sorry if that's sexist.
They're just ponies.
I mean, they're all just horses. But I mean, I guess we should move on. But I'm just. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stay in.
I will say that she is doing her thing, kind of with the media more so and through the radio. But she has. Recently, I guess, but in the past, she's been working her way up. She's been making songs for about 3-4 years in Hustle Gang, so give credit that she's plugging along and has made it big like she has.
And her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ass.
So moving on to our last
That
person that we need to talk about is Ben Affleck. We've already discussed the movie that he was in recently, Gone Girl.
Which was a great performance.
But we need to talk about Ben Affleck haters and enthusiasts.
We're centering in on his Batman role.
Yeah.
Is what
Because a lot of people are pissed off. They're pissed off about Ben Affleck.
they're not happy.
No, they are not. And Ben Affleck...
People get what people want.
This movie won't be that good, but it's not because of Ben Affleck. It's because of the director.
It's all about the director.
Yeah. Ben Affleck has had a good career. Well, no. He has had a resurgence, much like our friend Matthew McConaughey, who introduced our segment earlier.
Gave us a little 4 seconds,
Yeah,
snippet.
we bought his time, but he's directing The Town, Gone Baby Gone, Argo, which won Best Picture, is great. But I mean, I guess that's behind the screen. But I guess Argo in The Town, he took the lead. But he did good in those roles. He did great in Gone Girl. He's gonna do good in Batman. I don't see why people are pissed off. People are on Twitter calling him a twat waffle, and that's just something.
Look, okay,
I don't get.
Batman to us will always be Christian Bale, but I think people need to go into it with an open mind. Okay, Michael Keaton was once Batman. Even Val Kilmer was once Batman. So you just gotta go into an open mind. I think he's gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people talk about Christian Bale killing it a lot, and I'd almost like to play devil's advocate here. I enjoyed those 3 movies. I mean, they were good. But, I mean, when I go back and watch them now, sometimes I kind of wonder how good of a performance, Christian Bale really did.
It's true.
It's
I
just
think
sort
Heath
of...
Ledger obviously stole the show.
Yeah.
He really did.
The
doubt.
Dark Knight.
No
I mean,
doubt.
you really got to give credit to the people who played, his counterparts, like Tom Hardy.
Harvey
and,
Dent.
Harvey Dent.
I thought Gary Oldman was great as Commissioner Gordon.
I just want to say that Gary Oldman's accents are annoying.
Oh
as shit.
yeah, on the mean tweets. But yeah, he was really good in that.
But, I mean, I don't know. Is it just me, or is it sort of unbelievable the way that Christian Bale's character of Batman sort of just was able to switch off these little brooding Batman roles to, his, happy, rich life? I don't know. It's sort of unbelievable to me sometimes.
But I think if we're talking about happy, rich lives, a lot of people in Hollywood are gonna live a happy, or I shouldn't say happy, a rich life, and for you to judge their experience outside of their work it doesn't really add up because all of them deal with that, and we should be strictly looking at Batman.
At the performance.
Performance, yeah.
And keep in mind the director switch.
Yeah.
Because Christopher Nolan's a genius, and we're going to Zack Snyder, who...
Did anyone see...
It was a flop. It was a
Did
flop
anyone
last
else
time.
see Man of Steel besides me?
I didn't see Man of Steel, but I did see The Watchmen. I thought The Watchmen... Was that Zack Snyder? No.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Zack
okay, it was
Snyder.
Zack Snyder. Because, I really enjoyed The Watchmen. I thought it was a very good portrayal of that book. And I also read the book, so I'm a really big Watchmen fan. But I don't know. I think that Zack Snyder and Ben Affleck will do just fine. I was never really a big fan of the Val Kilmer Batman. I love the Michael Keaton Batman. So, I mean, you can see how my perspective might be kind of screwed.
There's a
skewed, not
very
screwed.
funny part of the movie Neighbors where Seth Rogen claims that...
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, that Michael Keaton is Batman to him.
Give us your best Batman impression.
I could do like all three. I could do. So it's like Seth Rogen's asking Zac Efron, "Who's Batman to you? Is it Christian Bale?" He's like, and Zac Efron's like, "Yeah, of course." And Seth Rogen goes, "It's Michael Keaton to me, man. Michael Keaton. He just goes up to you and says, 'Hey, I'm Batman.'" That's all Michael Keaton has to say to make him Batman. Delta Psi has the upper hand. I could have done it better there. But
We
anyway.
missed the cushion.
Yeah, we missed the airbag. But we don't want to spoil Neighbors too much for it. Did you guys hear Iggy Azalea is cast as Poison Ivy in the Batman vs Superman?
That's a joke.
That's
some shit.
No.
Is that real?
Yeah, for
I
real.
can't- you're-
Iggy
you're-
Azalea.
No, it's not.
You're lying.
They said we need a woman with a big fat ass. We're about to wrap up our discussion here, but we'd like to thank everyone for participating in
I always
this.
happy to be here.
Yeah, we'd like to thank you, those of you on social media who participated.
For not responding.
Yeah, for not responding.
Your
Zero
lack of
of
response.
It's weird because we have like thousands of people, millions of people who listen to this show.
You would think Matthew McConaughey being on the show
Yeah, you
would,
think he would have said
would
something.
round up some more viewers, but
But maybe now that they know for next week.
where can they find you? On Twitter?
On Twitter, at Land of Takes. Land of 10,000 Takes was taken. We will buy that domain name someday. And then and you can like our Facebook page as well. And then check out the Desert Island list from the list on Spotify. All the music's all there, people. It's a good listen. Come on. Just give us a chance. That's all we're saying. Come on. Give us a chance. But thank you to our panelists today. It's been a great round table. The table is round and wide. The mic picks up everything. We're all sitting 100 feet away from each other.
Weirdly close from each other. Weirdly close.
We're all getting to know each other pretty well.
It's very intimate. A very intimate experience.
So, thank you for the faithful Land of 10,000 Takes viewers and listeners. We are signing off from the 325.